Stage 5 ROP is a surgical challenge. We at RIO IGMS Patna have been relentlessly trying to address this issue. This is a case of stage 5 ROP with anterior segment changes, which we added few months back. We begin by doing a clear cranial approach and doing a lancectomy. Now we use a belt root pen 26 gauge needle to dissect the retrolental fibrolental tissue mass from the ridge by using blunt dissection as well as using scissors alternately. The plan is to cut into for a complete in-block removal of the retrolental tissue and free the ridges from the bridging vitreous pillars. Now we have to do it by using a 26 gauge needle, use it alternately with the vitreous cutter or by using scissors, whatever it manages you. Now to do the dissection to complete periphery, we have to resort to using scissors. Now the scissors is used both to delaminate as well as to dissect between the ridges and the retrolental tissue. So the issue only is that scissors, we have to be careful that we dissecting and we might not hit the chances of hitting the retinal ridges is certainly high. But if this is required to do, I feel if you want to do a complete dissection towards the periphery, because this will give you the complete access when we do use wide angle visualization system. Now once you have done this, we are using this vitrectomy cutter to trim the tissue to the periphery. Now, one of the modifications that we were doing in this case was that we retorted from not only from 2 ports to 3 ports, so that we could grasp the retrolental fiber tissue more effectively and be able to do it in a more controlled manner. Now, this is required mostly in the superior part of where you're not able to grasp with your island forceps or your other forceps. So we can see that I have created another in the inferior part and I am able to grasp this tissue and I am able to remove the superior part of the retrolental plaque or fibrous tissue more effectively. Once we have ensured that we have completely removed the tissue, we resort to wide angle visualization system. I am using the ReSight system with the wide angle visualization lens, and we can see that this gives you a better visualization of the bridging pillars between the ridges to the aura, and this whole pillar system has been lifting or tenting up the whole retina. There is also a central stalk which is bridging and keeping all the retinal tissue adhered. Now what we do is we start with trimming the pillars all around, and this is very much like a diabetic retinopathy tissue. Diabetic TRDs, we remove the vitreous all around. So basically we resort to removing the pillars all around. The only issue is that sometimes difficult differentiate between whether this is the tissue, the retinal tissue that you are cutting, or it's actually the pillars. But then we can appreciate the mold or the curve, and you can go above it and you can just cut it. So this mold or the anatomy of the retinal tissue will help us to distinguish whether we are cutting the pillars or whether we are cutting the retinal tissue itself, because the retina will reflect at that point, and this is the apex at which we try to cut it. And as we gradually do it throughout the 360 degree, we'll appreciate that the retinal tissue itself has started falling down. Now this seems to be we have to do it in a slow push thing. I mean the vacuum that I'm using is around 100 mm, and the cut rate is around 6,000 cuts per minute. I am using a 23 gauge vitrectomy system, and the machine being used is the Guerrero Megatron S4 HPS system. So ideally we could have done in a 25 gauge system, which would have been a more controlled manner, but we had economics that have access to 23 gauge system, and we can see that even under the clear corneal approach we are able to visualize it more. Initially there would be some form of corneal striations due to the bending of the tissue, which with time will get over it. Now once we have done it, we see the central stalk which is bridging all the tissue, and I take this decision not to dissect that central stalk which is bridging or holding all the tissue together. And I feel the less is more in stage 5 ROP that dictum I follow. This is the 3-month post-op picture. You can see the central stalk, but all the rest of the retina has fallen back. Thanks for watching this video. Thank you.